Hi everyone, welcome. I am Lisa from Pink Holly Bush Designs, where we talk all things sewing and smocking. Today I am talking about my fall 2022 sewing plans, specifically what I'm going to sew for myself. So yes, a little bit of selfish sewing and what I can fit in between the business and what I'm doing for other people. So a couple weeks ago, I did a video called Sew the Trends for Fall. I will put a link to it up above, but since doing that, I've thought about those trends that what's going to be popular for this fall. I've gone through and cleaned out my closet, washed things, figured out what doesn't fit, what sort of had it, and worked through all of that. I've looked through my fabric stash, I've looked through my tried and true patterns, and I've just had a lot of fun about thinking through what I would like to create for fall. So let's dive in, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my plans. Okay, well, the first thing I have is in my stash was this beautiful green scuba net. And if you go and look at the video about the fall trends, you know that one of the color for this fall is green. And this is just a beautiful fabric, and I would be crazy to not do something with it this year. So I really thought for a while, what would I get more wear out of, a dress or a top? But I've had in my stash for a while the Tallulah dress from Style Arc, and I just haven't gotten around to making it. And I just think it would be a fabulous transition piece to have for this fall. Now this dress is basically a t-shirt dress, but it's got that little extra special detail of on the sides, having that gathering. I just think it makes it a fun piece because, again, if you have watched me for a while, you know that one of the reasons I love to sew for myself is to put in those details that you often don't find in ready to wear. And I think this Tallulah dress has that special little detail with the gathering, and yet it would have all that comfort of just wearing a really nice soft t-shirt. So I see this in the fall while it's still kind of warm, and I'm here in Connecticut. So while it's still warm, you know, I can just throw it on, wear it with some flats. As we transition into winter, I can layer it with a blazer or a jacket, both of which you know are huge this fall, and put on some tights and some black booties, and I'll have a great winter piece as well. So that is definitely going to get made this year because I actually have the dress cut out already. So one way or the other, if nothing else, that will get sewn. Okay, my second thing that I am going to do is, again, because it was in my stash, and I'm trying to be, well, dropping things, trying to be a little bit better and do some basics, but an elevated basic. And so I have this really pretty ivory sweater knit, and I hope you can see kind of it's got this textural stripe to it, which I think is really pretty. And let me show it to you here. It's just, see, it's got a really nice stripe to it. It's not sheer, which is great. So I think I am going to try a Love Notions pattern for this. I'm going to try the Arlington sweater. So I have never sewn with Love Notions patterns, but I have heard really good things about them, so I'm anxious to give them a try. And I thought the Arlington sweater with the mock neck, I love a mock turtleneck. Turtlenecks you're kind of seeing again this fall. I didn't mention that in that video, but you are. They're coming back in again. I think, again, because they go great under a blazer, right? But I think this Arlington sweater in the mock neck, and I love the sleeve that has some gathering, so I'm going to do the long sleeve with that gathering at the wrist. I think that'll just, I'll have a basic that could then go under a blazer or a jacket as we go into winter. But again, for now where it's a little bit warmer and just as some of that cool weather starts coming in, this would be great with a pretty necklace over a pair of black pants or navy pants, and would be a great outfit just to go out in the evening, to wear to church, to just when I want to be a little bit dressier than just at home. So that is my second outfit that I plan to try and get sewn. So number 3 is I have this little sweater, little mustard colored sweater in my closet, and I've had this for years, like probably about 12 years, and it's seen better days. So it's not expensive, it's really lightweight, but I get a ton of wear out of it because it just goes with so many other things, and it's a great little layering piece, again, for this time of year as it's getting a little cool and I want something. So one of the things I would layer it over is the blouse I'm wearing right now. So I decided as I was going through my closet that I really did need to replace this. There's a stain on it I can't get out, and as I said, it's just sort of pilling and there's problems. So I went shopping, and I did find at Madewell, they had the, let's see what it's called, the Mayfair sweater. And I tried it on. It's lovely. It would be perfect. It's got a shape that I really like, a little bit more boxy shape, a little bit more cropped so that it could go over a blouse really easily. It's $110. Now, I don't usually think of sewing as a way to save money. It usually is, as I said, a way to get something a little bit different, and maybe something that fits me better and that has those special details and hopefully just looks a little bit more rich in a sense than what I might be willing to just buy at the store. But in this case, with that Mayfair sweater being $110, I am looking at instead sewing myself the Marlowe sweater. Now I've found 2 different mustard colored golden fabrics, and I found them at Surge Fabrics, which is a new fabric store for me. So, but I have gone ahead and I've ordered them, and I should be able to come in quite a bit cheaper than that Mayfair $110. So, and I've wanted to try the Marlowe sweater, so that's going to be project number 3. Okay, project number 4 again is a Love Notions pattern, and I want to try the Rhapsody dress. Now this is a pattern that has gotten tons of really positive views. It has all kinds of different options to it, but I really thought that a dress made out of just a great rayon viscose print again would be a great transition piece. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here because I keep saying the same thing. But our weather is just so unpredictable. It's 80 degrees, and in 2 days it's going to be 60, and you know, then in October we'll be getting into much cooler. So that if I had a rayon visco dress, hopefully with a print that has some of that mustard in, so that my Marlowe sweater could go over the top of it, that would be a great piece now for fall, and then again probably in the spring as well. So I want to do the long sleeve, and I want to do again that puff sleeve. I just really like that style where you have the gathering at the wrist. I think it's a little bit more feminine, which is something I tend to like. Now, I do not have a rayon viscose in my stash to use, but next week, and it's partly why I had to get all my plans together, I am heading off for a retreat I go on yearly with a group of my sewing friends. We go to Wonderful Retreat Center in Pennsylvania, and we are there for a week, and we do nothing but sew and talk and have a good time, and sometimes take a break and go to the fabric store and then sew some more. So on my way there, I go right by Fabric Mart in Sinking Springs, Pennsylvania. And I've mentioned them on several other videos before, but they are just an amazing fabric store that has, they're a jobber, they buy all and lots of fabric and sell it at great prices. So I will be stopping there on my way to the sewing retreat. I also will be doing a field trip video and actually taking you through Fabric Mart. So that will be coming up in a couple weeks once I get back. So make sure, if you haven't, to subscribe to my channel so you're notified of that when that comes up. But I will be walking you through, and we'll see what I can find while I'm there. But one of the things I'm hoping I find is just a great viscose rayon print that I can then use to make the Rhapsody dress, and hopefully one that has a little bit, of this mustard color in it that I then can put my Marlowe sweater over as well. Now, the last thing I have on my list that I really would like to do this year is the Nova Coat. Now, this is from Paper Cut Patterns. It has been on my to sew list for a number of years, but last year I made my first winter coat. I made it for my daughter. There is a whole video for that as well, about the things I learned sewing my first winter coat. I will link to that so you can go and take a look at that if that's something you're interested in doing. But one of the things about that was it was such a fun thing to sew, and working with wool is just magical. I love wool as just a fabric that, just the way it behaves, it is such fun. So I did say in the fall trends video that quilted fabric is in, and I have picked out a really nice quilted fabric that I can order from Minerva. I will put a link to that if you're looking for that quilted fabric. But before I go ahead and order it, I just want to go and look and see what kind of coating Fabric Mart has. I really would love to do this Nova Coat either in that caramel or cinnamon color that is really popular that I discussed in that trends video. So I'm hoping, I'm going to go there first. I'm going to see what they have. If I find a coating that I fall in love with, I will just buy that. If I don't, I probably will go the quilted route and order some of that quilted coating from Minerva. By the way, if you haven't ordered from them, they are in the UK. Any order over 50 pounds ships for free. Right now, with the dollar being as strong as it is, if you're in the US, this is a great time to order from them. And my understanding is that they ship DSL and it comes extremely quickly to the US. So don't let it be a problem that they are over in the UK. So those are all my sewing plans. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure to jump on over there and do that, because as I finish them, that's where I will be posting pictures. If I get them done, I also will hopefully get to do what I've sewn video here as well. So I hope one of these patterns is something you might want to try, and have a great week and happy sewing.